My relationship with God is very different than it was last year. I was saved when I was 19 or 20, um, but to me it felt very almost transactional, like it was based on when I needed help or when I was struggling. I'd give those big things over to God. But since SSC last year, I feel like I've been more willing to let go of even the smallest things in my life, not necessarily to test whether or not God has my back, but because I know it's true. I think that that's something I don't think I'll ever be perfect at, but I feel like God's always working in that area of my life of teaching me to trust Him and encouraging me to form the habits that really come with making a relationship with Him. I'm applying for SSC again because of the friends and the family that I made last summer. I feel like I was able to grow a lot personally from last year, but also I was able to grow a lot in my relationship with God after last summer. I think because you're so immersed in God and surrounded by those people that are determined to stand by each other and to lift each other up and really become a family for the time that you're away. I feel like I was able to become a completely different person in my confidence and in my leadership and in my heart, really. I want to grow in a couple ways this summer. I think that my relationship and my trust in God is a way that I can only grow more. I want to learn how I can reinforce the habits that I've started to create in making every little moment about God, not just the big moments that kind of seem scary or make me a little anxious. How can I give even the smaller little bits of my life over to God, and how can I continue to grow in my relationship with Him and in my trust in Him? I also want to continue to grow in my confidence and in my leadership. Last summer, I struggled a little bit before, feeling like the odd man out since I was a little bit older than the others. But I think by the end, I felt very comfortable in my purpose on the trip and in my role in the team, but also confident in my ability to kind of bring light to a harder situation and to really bring a team together. Personally, I want to continue to grow in my worldliness. I don't think I'll ever get tired of learning new people and a new culture. And I think we learned a lot from the Chileans and how they're a lot more go with the flow than we are, and they love harder than we do. And they are a lot less hesitant to love a stranger than we can be. So I want to continue to learn about how other cultures love God and worship God and love each other and really welcome each other into a family. This will be our 5th year in Knoxville as a family, but I was in school for the first couple years that we were stationed here, so I really only consider it my 2nd or 3rd year calling Knoxville home. I am active at the Corps. Angel Tree is something that I've always enjoyed, but it's only been for the past 3 or 4 years that I've gotten to work Angel Tree full time. And this past year, I was given the opportunity to really step up and take a leadership role in that way. Post SSC, my Corps officer, our YPSM, and I have really been talking about how we can get the youth involved a little more and kind of grow in that area. We don't have a lot of kids. So we've been talking about just some fellowship ideas, whether it's going bowling or we're having a movie night or something like that, but also getting Corps Cadets back up and running and just kind of figuring out how we can either grow our youth population at Knoxville or just how we can get them more involved in the Corps. Before SSC, my experience with vulnerable populations really only came into play during summer camp. And I don't think it was until I was older and working at camp that I really saw and understood what was going on with some of the kids. During SSC, though, I think I got a lot more comfortable with seeing kind of some of the issues that were going on with the world and understood them and felt like I had a place to do something about them. In Chile, we visited a lot of homeless populations and went to a place called the Toma, where a lot of families who were involved in the drug and trafficking and human trafficking rings lived. And I think it was vital for me, as I think also for the others on the team, to see just how doing something small like making a little hygiene bag or passing out school supplies or handing out sandwiches that we had made, they made a difference in someone's life, and they helped them feel seen, and they opened the door for ministry and for fellowship with these people, and hopefully in the long term make a difference.